know, we were 12, 14, 12. And Arnhem was a so they in 100 years or 200 years time, we will have the word apartheid, we will have Nelson Mandela, we will have Mietha Klaaste, PV Botha, whatever, Hendrik Verwoerd. But no one is going to tell us actually about the emotion that people felt during that time. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to capture the emotion. So immediately, if you in 100 years or 200 years time, say you are 22 years old, you might not understand this book and you might not read it. But as soon as you become 70 years old, the one thing that's going to be amiss in your life is going to say, what was my heritage about? What was my being about? What was my grandmother about? How did they grow up in the farms? What was it like living in apartheid? And I decided to write these books. And this one is probably the closest that will ever be to my life. It tells the story of the plight of colored people in South Africa. And if there's anyone out here who has got any influence of your editors in the magazines, please do not write just about the recipes, because this book is not a recipe book. It's first and foremost a story about colored women in South Africa, all over the world actually, it doesn't matter what nationality they are, who bring up children. The people taking care of babies, they feed them, they clean them, they take care of them when they actually have fever, they do absolutely everything. They nurture them, they put them on their backs, because why? The mother is going out because the mother wants to have another 4x4 or another bathroom or another lounge suite, a Menotti or whatever. The father, nobody takes care of this child. She nurtures that child, and then one day the parents decide, all right, we want to buy a new house, we're going to this town because we can earn more money there. They take that child away from that woman, they move to another town, and that woman never sees that child in her life again. How dare we do that? How dare we do that? This book is about that. So for me, what is so important is it's a South African story. It's also not about a specific person. Mietha Klaaste is a couple of women that I knew in my life. Many of the things that I've seen in this book, I actually have noticed that I've written about. It is for me very much a true reflection of what apartheid was about. If you read it, you will understand what I mean. It's a very emotional book. Loads of people that have read it said they cried, literally. The person that actually translated the book, I can't remember her name. Pardon? Mariki. What's his name? Oh, we can have a look in the back. But Mariki, who actually translated the book, said that...
First names?
Varsay, no. What is the English copy? She said that she was crying so much that she made a cup of tea, she went to go and walk in the garden, she would come back and then she would just cry. Because why? Because of the honesty inside of this book, telling this story, and because she could also relate to it. The other thing from a writer's perspective, the way that I write, which is also interesting for you, I go and sit in front of my Apple machine, you call it, not a computer, and I literally start typing and then the story just flows. I went to Berlin now, and because I wanted to, not to find inspiration, but I wanted to find inspiration. I couldn't get inspiration in London, I couldn't get it in Berlin. I started to go to shows, started to go to opera, and then I saw an absolutely brilliant exhibition called Obedience, about Abraham and Isaac. So Isaac wat geoffer word vir Abraham. Abraham wat vir Isaac gaan offer, and then also the metaphor of the sheep. And in this there was a film by Richard Cronenberg. We did 3 films about the plight of children and the genocide of children today, and how children are still today being killed, everything. And then there's this boy sitting there with his dead sister in his arms and the blood running over, and he says, why to the world? And I got back to South Africa and I was thinking about this book, and already I was writing here about the plight of children, and my next book is called Ligkind. It's a difficult word to translate. I don't know how we can do it, like child. It's just something like a child of the light or something like that.
Next year's problem.
Next year's problem. But what it also tells the story of the plight of children. We really have to say what children are going through today. It's in this book, it's also in the next one, and that's basically what I do. How I write, okay, we're getting back to that. I went to go and sit at the table in the Kelders, And I phoned her after I'd finished 10,000 words, Nancy. Ek het 10,000 woorde getik uit my hart uit of the story. So you would say, how is that possible? Because any writer that go and sit down will actually say, right, this is my draft, these are my characters, this is the way I'm going to write. Not me. Because what happens? The energy flows through me. I always say it's not me writing the books. It's an energy that I literally allow. I don't hesitate. I don't question the energy. I don't say, but am I doing right or am I doing wrong? I just allow it to flow. And then from the Afrikaans point of view, I failed miserably at school. I didn't fail, but I was always an obstant to the teachers and everyone that told me, you will do it like that and you will do it like that. And when I put out my hand, they said to me, quiet, you will not speak. And the Afrikaans that we use in this book is a completely different Afrikaans I think that has ever been written in any Afrikaans narrative. Dis so beeldend. Dis absoluut 'n beeldskone borrel. Dit proe soos water. Dis Afrikaans wat jy lees en jy wil die boek net teen jou hart vas, jy wil hom net styf hou, because hier is iemand besig om in 'n taal te praat wat amper vergeete begin raak wat almal daar buite kan sê, maar hy praat in 'n absolute gestroopte, eerlike, onontbonde, ontaalkundig, onwetenskaplik, ongestruktureerde, net soos hy van sy ma afkom. En ek dink dit is 'n verskriklike belangrike manier om te kan praat. En nou gaan ek vir julle 'n storie.